to you ordinary people doing extraordinary things. And as we always say, God is good all the time, and all the time, God is good.
Hello there. Welcome. Welcome to the Sitdown. Thank you for joining us. Today, we are talking to 4 beautiful, sassy women who are going to share with us how they keep their sassiness. Each lady, they are over the age of 60, with the exception of one, but she's almost there. But she's going to share with us how she keeps her sassiness. Let me introduce to you Mrs. Blanche Teal-Brown. Thank you for joining us this evening.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.
You are more than welcome. So tell me, Ms. Brown, how do you keep your sassiness?
Well, I thought about that question and I said, well, let me think. I always try and maintain staying around positive, forward-thinking people.
Okay.
I enjoy my business, and they are all young people that keep me moving. And I also think dressing appropriately helps keep me sassy. So
you mean you dress sexy and everything?
I'm not sexy, but just, with current trends. And I can thank Phoebe's Boutique for that, because my wardrobe consists of a lot of her clothes. So I think that helps. And also just, your headset. I don't want to think old-fashioned. I want to, like I said, have a forward thought in terms of being positive and keeping an open mind about what's going on in life, my experiences, what I've learned, and what the young people are thinking.
Yeah, we have to kind of stay. You have to kind of stay in tune with them a lot.
Yes,
we
do.
Or you'll be left behind.
That's right. That's right.
At least that's what I tell myself.
And I think social media helps with that.
It does.
Yes,
it does. So, Blanche, let me also ask you, since we're still on this page, I use the term growing older gracefully. At some point, we're all going to grow old gracefully. And so, do you have any fears or concerns as you, gracefully, move on to the next phase in your life?
That's an interesting question. I used to say, when I would see elderly people back in the day, they looked so disgruntled.
They look grumpy.
Yes. And I thought, oh, they must be unhappy. But now that I am past 65, I understand why. I am 69.
Oh, what? Y'all, wait. Did y'all hear that? She's 69.
Thank
and she
you.
Looks good.
Thank you. I must admit that, with time, things are going to happen. Yeah. It can happen at any age where, life things are going to happen to your body. I.e., Arthur's going to visit you periodically.
Oh, Arthur. I think a lot of us know him already.
Yes. So it's important to keep your body moving. And like I said, to take your vitamins and just try and, drink lots of water and, just stay active as often as you can, because that's important.
That is. That's a great question. And so do you have any advice to women who are approaching their 60s? I'm 52 this year. And so I think about things like this often because, we're not going backwards, we're going forward.
Right.
So do you have any questions? You have any feedback to give women who are approaching 60?
Well, one thing, like I said, obviously stay prayed up. Keep your faith.
Prayer is definitely key.
Absolutely. And also to stay active. That is so key.
Yeah.
Keep your vitamins, eat good, stay away from fried foods if you can. I know
that's a doozy.
Wings, but try and stay away from fried foods. Drink plenty of water. That's real critical. And like I said, active. I remember watching a segment on when President Barack Obama was in place, and there was an elder lady that came up. She was 106, and they said, "What's your secret?" And she said, "Keep it moving."
All right, now I love that. So, ladies, gentlemen, if you're watching, keep it moving.
That's right.
Keep it moving. We're going to bring our next guest up. And we have a few more questions that I think you will all find interesting. Hello. And our next guest is none other than Miss Phoebe Lopez. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you
Kelly.
for being here.
You.
Thank you for being sassy. Thank you for showing us how to do it. So Miss Phoebe is a longtime friend as well. And, you know, the ladies that I've invited to join us, these are women who I have always admired. And I just love what I see. And me being a woman who's ultimately going to be approaching 60 in a few years, I just thought, you know what, let's just talk to these ladies and see what kind of advice I can get. But the first question I have for you, ma'am, how do you keep your sassiness?
Wow. Well, first I gotta say this. I've always been sassy since I was in.
All right now.
I mean, I've always been sassy. I mean, you know, what can I say? But I think I have, all of a sudden I'm 60. I didn't even think about it. Each milestone, it's just happening, you know, and then all of a sudden I'm 60 and I'm like, wow, this is a big milestone. So what I do, I own my body. I own me. I'm a confident, honestly, a very confident woman. You know, I always tell people that you mistake my
your
confidence for
cockiness.
You know. So yeah. I own it when necessary, because everybody can't, you know, they can't.
That's true.
They don't know how to take it, you know.
That's true.
So I love myself from my head to my toe. And I think what the advice I would give to someone that's reaching that milestone is that whatever that asset is about her, what's your asset? It might be your pedunky dunk. It might be your lips. It might be your eyes. It might be your hair. And my asset is my hair. And so that's what you know.
So you try to accentuate your hair.
Yes.
That's the one thing that you know that you have. And I guess that's a good point, ladies, because if you have the one thing that you know that is working for you, then work it.
And it's like Miss Blanche that was before you, you know, that came before me. You know, she always get compliments about her skin. You know, so you know, whatever it is about you as a mature woman. We're not going to say an older woman, senior citizen.
But that's why I use the word seasoned, because I think everybody likes a little seasoning.
Absolutely.
When they're
seasoned. We know it's at 60 years old, you better know what you like and how you like it.
That's exactly right.
So I do my thing. I do what I'm comfortable. I'm comfortable in my skin. And so that's what I do. I'm a seasoned, sexy sister.
Yes,
when
you
I
are.
want to be. And then I love dressing. I love dressing my customers, and so I have to be a reflection of what I do.
So Miss Phoebe, for those of you who don't know, Miss Phoebe is the owner of Phoebe's Boutique. She's been in the Atlanta area for how long?
Oh, since 1985. I've been in Atlanta since 1977. I'm originally from Jamaica, but I've been in the Atlanta area since 1977. I opened my business in 1985. I've been dressing women for.
She's definitely a pillar in the community, y'all.
And my advice would be for that sexy, sassy sister to build on your asset. Okay. Don't worry about somebody else's asset. Whatever your asset is, build on it.
That's good.
And feel confident from your head to your toe. Own it.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
And that's what
That's good. That's good. And so we're going to segue into the next question then. So since she's sassy and she knows it, my question to you is, so as you are, I'm going to say, seasoning and growing gracefully in your maturity, do sassy sisters still believe in love? And do sassy sisters still desire love?
Absolutely.
Okay, now.
Hello.
Okay.
I don't have a significant other, but if I did, it would be an amazing. I mean, I'm amazed because I'm preparing myself for that special someone.
So y'all hear that? Let me tell you, one of the things that I always say to single women who really want to be in a relationship is, you have to position yourself.
That's right. That's
to be
right.
found.
That's right.
You know, I'm a Christian, so I do believe in the scripture that says that he that findeth the wife. But I also believe that we as women have to position ourselves to be found. And everything you just said about owning your assets is vital, is key to building or even finding a relationship.
That's right.
So that's really good. So the answer was yes. Seasoned sisters, they still do desire love. So what are some of the things that you do? Let's see, how do you position yourself for dating at this season in your life?
Well, first of all, Kelly, audience, I love me. I love me. I'm spiritually grounded. I'm not a fanatic. I'm spiritually grounded. I know where my source comes from. And I'm a better me. I work on me every day so that when that man comes, you understand, he's going to know. You understand, he's going to know that I'm the one.
Yeah.
Now, I'm how I'm positioning myself. I'm positioning myself that
You're just being you.
I'm just being me. I'm not gonna go out of my segue to find that person. I'm just gonna let God.
That sounds good.
Honestly,
that sounds good to me.
Let it happen.
That sounds real good. So
I'm not going to online date. I'm not going to anything. I like.
You want an organic.
I want
relationship.
Organic.
You just want to have it naturally.
That's right.
Sounds good to me, y'all. So what advice do you give? And this question I will be asking each of the ladies. What advice do you give to the woman approaching the age of 60?
Oh, wow. 60, as I said, is a major milestone, you know.
So as we're preparing, I guess it's a better question because we know, based on what you just shared, that you focus on yourself, focus on your assets, focus on loving you and positioning yourself. But what do you do to prepare yourself for the next phase of your life?
Well, I think you need to focus on your health. I think you need to focus on your finances. I need you to focus on your attitude, because as we get older, it's so important that I'm going to take you with me. I'm going to take Blanche with me. I'm going to take Rose with me. And you're going to have a core set of friends that are going to be there for you. You know, I spoke to my 89-year-old customer friend yesterday, Miss Johnson. She's Johnson Learning Center. She's still as fit as ever. And, you know, she said, "Oh, my friends are gone."
Wow.
All my friends are gone. You know, she said,
I asked
her, what makes you continue to look good? She said, "These little kids," but I understand that's just a portion of it.
Yeah.
But my advice would be, make sure you keep your finances, you know, on track. Keep, you know, focus on your health, exercise, have your core set of friends that you enjoy being with, and just stay spiritually grounded. Because you want to be able to reach to someone when you get older. You don't want to,
and as we get older, journey by yourself. Exactly. And we're also examples for the other generation. So Phoebe, thank you. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for being here. And I'm telling you, I feel more fulfilled, you know, with these ladies because they're like my big sisters. And so I'm learning, and I hope y'all are taking notes too.
Absolutely.
So thank you.
And this is what 66 looks
This is what 66 looks like, and 69.
That our mother didn't tell us about.
Woo! I got some work to do.
Stay healthy, guys.
All right. Thank you for joining us. Thank you so much. So we have our next guest with us. She goes by the lovely name of Rose Brown Love. And I would like to just thank you for joining us this evening, Miss Rose. Thank you for being here.
It's a pleasure to be here with you.
I tell you, all these sassy seasoned sisters are teaching us a thing or two. So we're just going to go right into the question. I know you've heard it before, but I personally want to know how you keep your sassiness going.
How do I keep my sassiness going?
Yes.
I believe that my sassiness comes from within. I'm bald. I'm not a size 2, but so what? My sassiness comes from within. I'm confident. I live in my truth. and I'm pleased with how God made me.
All right now. I like that.
So that sassiness right there, it radiates and it gravitates people to me.
Yes, it does. I can attest, it does. And you see the confidence. Not everyone could rock a bald look, but wait till you hear the story on why she's bald. That to me adds a whole nother element to who you are. You know, when we see women who have either lost their hair, we always assume that they're sick. But Miss Rose has another reason why she's rocking, you know, the beautiful bald look. So that also kind of leads into our next question. You know, does being seasoned, and I'll leave it at that, seasoned, or shall I say being mature, and we're talking to women over the age of 60, and Rose is approaching, you said in October?
Yes.
October, she'll be 60. So the question I have is it too late to pursue your dreams? Is it too late to pursue your goals? Just because we get older doesn't mean that we just stop dreaming.
Kelly, I believe the real question is, do you want to be antiquated, irrelevant,
okay,
or out of date?
So she said the real question is, do you want to be antiquated or outdated? I like that. I'm gonna have to write that one down later.
So for me personally, it is important to live in your purpose and to understand your purpose. And how I understand my purpose is through prayer.
Okay.
And what I would say for someone who are uncertain about their future, their goals, or have doubts about their future, I would say, please lead into prayer. God will show you your purpose.
Yes.
And when he shows you his purpose for your life, the life that he gave you, then you will pursue your dreams. If you don't, it's a waste of the talent that God gave you.
Well, you know, I strongly believe that if you are still breathing, then you still have purpose.
Absolutely.
I just had this conversation with my mom, and just so most of you know, one of the reasons why I chose to do this segment is because I watched my mom as she was seasoned and as she was aging gracefully. It looked like she was losing her mojo, you know? And if anybody knows my mother, they know that she is one of the most sassiest women on this earth. And so it hurt me to see her lose her mojo a little bit. So I said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to inspire my mom. And so that's really the reason why we're all sitting here today, is to inspire my mom and to inspire other women as we approach the age of 60 and beyond. And so I just literally said to her the other night, well, Mom, you know, as long as we are still breathing, what I just said, there's still purpose. And so you recently found your purpose.
My purpose, recently I retired from CDC after
Woo,
23 years.
Congratulations.
41 years of government service total. Retired military, 27 years. Government service,
You go, girl.
20.
And thank you for your service.
Years, something like that. But a total 41 years. But as I was approaching my retirement in 2019, I thought I was just going to retire. I didn't think about the next chapter or the next milestone in my life. I didn't think about it.
Right.
But a friend of mine, a dear friend of mine, was diagnosed with cancer. And as she was going through her process, she called me and she said, you know, Rose, I have cancer. And I didn't know how to take it. I didn't know how to process it. You know, I've had many family members, friends, girlfriends, nieces have cancer, but it didn't hit me. This story hit me differently. And so one day there was a small window I was able to go and visit her, and she's Jamaican, like my friend Phoebe. And she said to me, Rosie, I lost my hair. And I said, well, let's find it. You know, because she was always known for wearing different styles. And she said, no, I lost it. And so I just said, well, you look beautiful. What else would you say to your friend?
Yeah.
You look absolutely beautiful. And she did. And I meant that from my heart. Her smile is so radiant. And so I went home and I cried about it. And immediately decided, I prayed about it, said, okay, God, what do I do with this? How do I help my friend? And I shaved. I screamed at myself at first, like, there's no turning back.
Oh, no.
There's no turning back. But God said, it's not about you. That kicked off the purpose of how God was leading me. Never in my retirement would I thought to be bald or leading a nonprofit organization, Bald Nation Rocks Against Cancer.
Bald Nation Rocks Against Cancer.
Yes.
Now, this story is absolutely phenomenal. I want to commend you for following your purpose, for following your heart, and being what I call a real, true, sincere friend. If you can find a friend that's this sincere, that's this true, consider yourself fortunate. I think that is amazing. And I'm
humbled by that.
Her nonprofit is absolutely outstanding. And it's grown tremendously.
It's growing by leaps and bounds. Every day it's growing. And I thank God, I give God the honor and the praise because this is his purpose and he chose me to carry it through.
He did.
And I thank him for it. And it's helping so many women that are diagnosed with cancer.
Yeah.
When people look at me, they say, oh, she has cancer. I've never had cancer. And I thank God that I have perfect health. I'm healthy. But there are women that are struggling and they are fighting. They're fighting a good fight of faith.
Yes, they are. Well, I just want to thank you for, number one, for your service in the military and your service as a federal employee and what you're doing for the community. I think it is absolutely phenomenal. And just thank you. That's beautiful. And so I think she truly answered the question. Can you still dream and have goals as you gracefully mature in age? We don't like to use the word getting older. We all are going to get older, but it's how you do it. It's how you do it. So then my last question to you, Ms. Rose, then is what advice would you give other women such as myself who would be approaching? I'll be approaching 60 in about 8 years. So I have a little time, but as we know, time zooms. Time zooms. I turned 52 years ago and I'm still stunned. I'm like, girl, you are past 50 now. So what advice would you give us?
Understand in life that there are no do-overs. And so whether you're 20, 30, 40, 50, or 80, there are no do-overs. And it's never too late. It's never too late to embrace yourself, laugh at yourself, laugh with yourself. Keep your circle small, keep your circle close.
Yes.
And understand your circle is your village.
Yes.
They help promote your why. You promote theirs as well.
Yes.
And to love on yourself and know that God loves you. God loves you.
He does. And
he has something for each one of us.
And I think you also just showed us, as we're about to wrap up and bring on our last guest, that, and this was my word for 2020, but we know what 2020 looked like for most of us.
Yes.
But how about reinvention?
Absolutely.
It's okay to reinvent yourself. I say it all the time, reinvent yourself. Find a new hobby, find a new interest, do something different, because it's a huge world. It's a lot to do. Just try something different. I tell you, you'll be amazed. You will be
Kelly,
amazed.
Let me add, God has no limits.
He doesn't.
When you find your purpose, when you understand your purpose, when you've prayed about your purpose, understand that God has no limits.
Amen to that.
So whatever he assigns you to do, go for it.
I love it.
And my favorite scripture is Philippians 4:13.
Hey.
You can do all things through Christ, which strengthens you. You can do anything.
You can do all things.
There is no limit. God is not in a box. So don't put yourself in a box.
Woo! Now that will preach. Thank you, Ms. Rose, for being with us this evening. I tell you, I have been blessed by just listening to these beautiful seasoned women or seasoned sisters. They are all like my big sisters. And I'm taking mental notes. I'm going to go back and watch the replay, take my written notes, and I hope that you're doing the same. We have another guest. Thank you, Rose, for joining us. We have another guest who's going to be joining us, and her name is Miss Sharon Martin. Thank you, Miss Sharon, for joining us this evening.
It's my pleasure to be here.
Yes, so we are here talking with our last seasoned sister, and it's truly a pleasure having you here. Sharon and I go way back. She's been my big sister for about 30 years. And I tell you, I truly admire this lady because she has shown me so much. I've learned her. But one of the things that I admire most about Sharon is that she's a go-getter. Now, she is definitely a sister, but you wouldn't know it because she's always moving and shit. And so that's one of the things that I asked her to join us because, you know, as we grow graceful, the only way I know this, we have to keep moving. And so my first question to you, Sharon, as with the other ladies, how do you keep your sassiness?
Well, Kelly, when you first said sassiness, I'm like, I'm not sassy. So I told Melissa, I said, Melissa, Auntie Kelly says, you know, she wants me to speak on this panel about being sassy. So I'm not sassy. She says, you tried that, did you, Mother? You tried. So I said, you know what? I'm going to go look up what it means to be sassy. So it says lively, bold, and full of spirit. I'm like,
that's me. That's you.
Why don't you just stick my name right there by sassy? So, you know, I think the one thing for me about sassiness is that I embrace life. Mm-hmm. I walk in the spirit. I walk in my gifts. And I just believe that I'm a proud woman, and I need folks to see that, because in seeing it, it helps other folks to grow into that, because you too can walk in your spirit and walk in your gifts. And I think it's important that we as women celebrate one another.
That's right.
The best way you can do that is give someone something or someone to look up to.
Yeah.
Oh, as I've, ventured through life, that's one of the things I've always done. It's part of who I am, is giving, is motivating, is helping people to find out what their gifts are, growing into their own. So for me, my sassiness comes from my confidence in who I am. Yes. And what I have to share, because God has given me so many gifts, but most of my gifts are about giving to others and helping others become their authentic selves.
And I totally agree. Like how you said that you support other women. You truly, definitely exude confidence. When Sharon walks into a room, y'all, she owns it. I really think the room stands at attention when she walks into a room, because it's really it's what she personifies when she goes anywhere. And this is really what I have 30 years straight. You've been consistent with who you are, and that's part of it for you. And as we say, season grow, I think it's important to keep that confidence. I think Phoebe actually said it earlier. She didn't even realize that she had turned 60 because she was just really still loving her. And we need to continue to do that. We have to love ourselves no matter what.
Exactly.
What. And so I see that in you for sure. Now I'm going to ask the next question. So what is your interest, hobbies? What do you do for fun?
Well, when you look at when we talked about sassy, and you can put my name right there.
Yeah.
You can put my name right there too, because I'm all about having a good time.
Yes, you do.
I think that embracing life is one of those things that allows you to have fun. And I'm up for anything that's legal and safe. I'll try anything one time. I mean, like when we go on a trip and I travel a lot, the ladies are looking to me to say if I'm going to do something. Because if I'm going to do it, they're going to do it.
Yeah, yeah. You know what?
Like, if Sharon ain't doing it, I'm not, huh?
We know you. We know you're gonna find out all the pros and the cons.
That's right.
But
And that's the same way.
A born leader, so we know that's all you. You're sassy, but you also have a good leadership mindset, and that's good.
And that's all. And I think that's another one of my gifts. You know, God gave me that to be a leader. And that came when I was from a very young child. You know, God gave me that gift, and I didn't know it then, but it seemed like I found myself in a leadership role, no matter what group I got into, be a social group or at work. I always found that I find myself in those leadership roles quite often. And so,
so that doesn't have anything to do with you being a Leo? I'm sorry.
Well, you know, Kel.
I wasn't gonna go there, but you know.
The Leo in me is just there. I mean, I embrace it.
Look, I didn't even mean to bring that up. I'm sorry.
Yeah, right. But that is a part of who I am. I am true to my Leo self.
Yes, you are.
I am true too.
Yes, you are.
I am, and I am a strong Leo woman. I am. So I'm not on the cusp. I ain't in the. I'm a strong Leo woman.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
So
So what do you do for fun, though?
Oh, what do I do for fun? I bowl. Where'd you go, Cal? I bowl.
I'm here.
Okay. And I travel a lot. I love to dance. I love to sing, huh?
Dance should be her middle name. Let me say that.
I just loved, I mean, it's just so much fun. It's so much self-expression when you dance.
It is. I get it.
I love bowling because it's an opportunity to do it, participate in a sport as a team player. So I do that as well. I love to read, and mentoring is something that I enjoy. So that's part of being fun, because it's really fun to watch young girls or boys grow into their own, and we have fun doing it. When I was over the youth program at White Oak Hills Baptist Church, that was one of the things that we did a lot of, working with the youth.
Right.
And that's a lot of fun. That is a lot. It's a lot of work, but it's a lot of fun.
It is. And they need men like people like you. And so that's awesome that you the community for so many years. And so are you still the president of the bowling league at the CDC?
After 11 years, I let someone else have it. And they really wanted it badly, and I'm like, go ahead, you got it. And then he got it and didn't want it. I'm like, no, you've got it now. Have it.
I'm in the building. We do know that.
Well, when you see somebody doing something for 11 years and it's working, and it's like a well-oiled machine, and they think it's easy until they get it. They don't understand it became a well-oiled machine over time.
Oh yeah.
It didn't just happen.
It definitely takes.
And so he decided he wanted it, and now he's got it in the pandemic as well. we haven't bowled in over a year.
Oh wow.
We couldn't. Yeah, can't bowl.
When you're missing out, love and enjoy. So
I am missing out on that. I really am.
I know, because that's your thing. I've known.
And because I bowl with a traveling group as well. My group travels.
So now, isn't that also one of your hobbies?
Oh, absolutely. Bowling.
Interest?
Yes. So yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. So
what was the last trip you took?
Last year in February, I went on the Ultimate Disco Cruise.
Oh, shucks now.
But before, that was off the chain, as they would say.
Really now.
that was telling my age.
Right.
That was
places that you've gone.
I've gone to London, Paris, Amsterdam, Dubai, Australia, Costa Rica, Egypt. So many more.
The whole damn world.
And I've traveled at least 41 of the 50 states.
Wow, that's amazing.
I've got to get those other states in. So, but yeah,
we know this.
Yeah, it's I was going to take that train across the Amtrak across America.
Wow, how long is that?
Huh?
How long is that trip?
I think it's a week or so. But Hilda and I, but we were going to make some stops along the way.
Okay.
Like Hilda and I were talking about, doing that. She's a friend who came down from Baltimore, and we reconnected down here in Georgia. So we kind of travel buddies. I've got a couple of travel buddies, but she's one. We have a great time together.
That sounds amazing, actually. So my last question to you then, I'll let you do that, but advice that you would give to your little sister who will be approaching the age of 60 in a few years, what advice would you give not only just me, but other women?
I think that we all need to step back and learn and appreciate ourselves. We've given so much over the years to everyone else. As you slowly approach, 60, you want to embrace it. What you want to do is to make sure you're ready for it, which means mentally, physically, and emotionally ready for it. So get rid of any baggage that you're carrying with you. Things that happen to you, they're gone. Let yourself of that and think more about self-care. Get into self-care because that's important as you go, because your mental health is what's going to get you through.
That's good. That's good stuff.
Your mental health is,
but I'm gonna try.
you're gonna get there.
But I'm still trying to raise being
exactly
over 50, and I have my own health challenges. But as most whoever is watching, they probably could see, some of my physical ailments. But I made a decision to push through. I'm sure some would say, "Why are you still talking so much?" But it's part of my push through. Because I can do one of two things. I could get in a corner somewhere and just say, I'm going to get over in this corner. I'm going to be depressed. I'm just going to throw my hands up and give up. Or I choose to do what I am doing. I'm still pushing through. And so that's my advice to anyone who is struggling and fighting a battle that seems impossible.
Yeah.
I'm encouraging everyone.
Mental health is really going to be key as you go forward. And a healthy appreciation of who you are. You've got to really know who you are so that you can continue and not basing your roles. Your roles don't define you.
Oh.
You are. A lot of people define themselves as the roles that they play in life. That's not who you are.
So I encourage you to do, anyone who's listening, pray, ask God for you. Ask him to give you guidance because he will. A lot of times we don't have anything, any aspirations, any dreams. But as we discussed earlier, you can always dream and you can always reach a goal. But just ask God for your purpose, and then your life will truly be defined. That's the definition of why. Find out what you're. So, Sharon, thank you so much for joining us. You shared some major nuggets. I'm telling you, I am really blessed this evening because my big sisters have really just laid it out.
Yes, you're so.
That you gained some nuggets as well.
Oh, absolutely.
Thank you all. Thank you all. So, Ms. Blanche, now that we've wrapped up the interview, can you tell us a little something about what it is that you do? You recently retired, right?
I retired after working for 53 years, corporate America, and the last 14 years with CDC.
Woo!
And now I'm ready for my next phase of my life.
You're ready to live, like really live.
Yes.
So what are you doing with your free time and your spare time now?
Well, I started a event planning business about 14 years ago. And so I provide concierge service. and plan events, weddings, receptions, things of that nature. And I also, in the last year, have started where I am an independent travel agent. So those two things are going to keep me busy. It hasn't really kicked off yet.
Yeah, you're gonna have to play with your retirement.
I think so. But those are the two things. So it's embracing time travel.
Okay.
And embracing time as the event planner concierge service.
How can they reach you real quick?
HOFTEAL at bellsouth.net.
Say it one more time.
HOFTEAL at bellsouth.net.
Right.
And that's for both businesses. It's the same email address.
Embracing time. I love that.
Yes.
I love that. Well, thank you for sharing.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right. So thank you for that interview, and thank you for sharing with us. That was really inspirational, and I took a lot of great notes and nuggets from what you shared. So can you share with us a little bit about you? Tell us about your business and how they can reach you.
Okay. My name is Marcia Lopez Watson. I'm known on Facebook as Marcia Phoebe Lopez. You can find me on Phoebe's Boutique at Phoebe's Boutique online store. But I retired 3 years ago after being in business since 1985.
That's what she says.
After, I was on Wesley Chapel for 18 years. I had 3 stores at Stonecrest. I was at the mall. I was next to DSW. So I've been in business, ladies fashion boutique. I've sold clothes to women all over the United States, who is who. But I retired after 35 years, and now I'm on Facebook. I do a presentation every Saturday morning at 12:30. I was on at 11:30. I'm on at 12:30 on Facebook every other Saturday. You can find me at Marcia Phoebe Lopez.
Y'all, she even does a fashion show from time to time.
Absolutely.
On Facebook.
Yes, absolutely. And it has been extremely feasible. I mean, honestly, Facebook has given me a platform. My customers, they told me, said, Phoebe, you got to continue. I've always sold, continue to sell, do pop-ups, my own pop-ups. I have a website, Phoebe's Boutique at Comcast, phoebesboutique.com, PhoebesBoutique.com. But Facebook has really given me a platform. This is the new. And
it's like free TV.
Oh my God. And I have some amazing customers that are now my friends. They're on live with me every other Saturday. As a matter of fact, I will be on Facebook this Saturday at 12:30. Just tune into Marcia Phoebe Lopez.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I sell my clothes. My God, it's phenomenal. My customers are on it. They revel. We have a great time. We have fashion shows. I sell items, and it's personal. It's a one-on-one. And I always want to say that Phoebe's Boutique have had a ministry since 1985 because I love people. I love women. I love fashion. And so I love to see women looking pretty. And this is what I do. And it has really worked for me.
Yes, and she does a phenomenal job with pulling out the best fashions. My closet is full as well. So check her out and check out her website. The website is phoebesboutique.com, and check her out on Facebook. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. The prices are reasonable, very easy wear clothes for COVID, so you won't break the bank. Please
check
me out on Saturday at 12:30.
Phoebe's Boutique.
Phoebe's Boutique. Thank you,
Thank
Kelly.
you. Thank you.
Really enjoyed being here.
All right now. So Rose, thank you again for joining us. I'm telling you, your story, your purpose has really just been a blessing to hear, and I'm glad that you were able to share it with the world. So you have your nonprofit is called
Bald Nation Rocks Against Cancer.
Bald Nation Rocks Against Cancer. So can you tell us how the viewers can find out more about your organization, your nonprofit, and how they can donate.
Bald Nation Rocks Against Cancer is a grassroots nonprofit organization. Our vision is to provide services to women diagnosed with cancer in the Atlanta and surrounding areas. We provide transportation to and from medical appointments.
Wow.
We have a prayer call every Wednesday. We have a group session called Comfort Tea. That's a virtual talk session with a licensed counselor.
Nice.
We have a chef that provides meals after a hospital stay.
Oh my goodness.
And we also take care of the woman from the top of her head to the sole of her feet with licensed cosmetologists and spa professionals. We can be found on www.bnrac.org.
Give that one again.
www.bnrac.org. You can go onto our website. We are on all the social platforms. And where you can make donations is to go onto the website, check us out. We have a link. It's called Tribute Walls. You can also make a dedication and honor someone who has fought the good fight of faith or someone who is a thriver survivor, and donate. And we have a page for that person. Their name will actually be displayed on a wall on that website. We are in need of donations. We thrive off of donations. That's how we are able to service these women. It's important because cancer brings on so many uncertainties for women diagnosed with cancer.
Yeah.
They go through so much, divorce even at times. You know, you have a spouse didn't sign up for it.
That's true. Caregiving is not an easy job.
They need caregivers. They need rights to their medical treatment. So this is what we do, and this is our purpose. And we really thank God for giving us this purpose to service so many women across Atlanta.
I love it. Wow. It kind of moves you a little bit because I know that each of us know someone who is either battling the fight against cancer, or I won't say that women have lost their battle, but there are women who have transitioned due to the battle of cancer. So please reach out to Miss Rose, check out her website, and please donate. I am making a mental note because I do have family members who we lost or who transitioned. My mother's two sisters. And so I would like to make a donation.
Thank you.
In honor of both of those ladies. So thank you.
And that's bnrac.org.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Rose. Thank you so much for joining us here at the Sit Down. We have been extremely blessed this evening. I'm telling you, our guests really brought us some nuggets, and I hope that you all took good notes. I certainly did. I want to thank our special guest for joining us, Miss Phoebe Lopez of Phoebe's Boutique. I want to thank Miss Blanche Teal-Brown of Embracing Time. And I want to thank Miss Vernitta Rose Love for joining us as well. She is the founder of Bald Nation Rocks. I'm telling you, and Miss Sharon Martin, a very close and dear friend of over 30 years who brought us some words of wisdom. Y'all, I'm telling you, we have been full. We have been filled with nuggets that will carry us, especially us seasoned sisters who are either approaching 60 or already in our 60s and what we call gracefully growing. And I don't like to use the word old because we all have to grow, and that's what we're doing. But thank you again for watching us here at the Sit Down. We look forward to seeing you the next time. And don't forget, we bring to you ordinary people who are doing extraordinary things. We'll see you next time. If you are interested in being a part of the Sit Down, please don't hesitate to send me an email at info@mystorypubs.com, or you can email me directly at Kelly@mystorypubs, that's PUBS.com.